All right, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Wargame Red Dragon replay cast. And today is another one of the Reddit 3 vs 3 tournament games. And on the left side of the map, we have our Blue 4 team, Team EuroAsia, with Cameron, Silidar, and Khan. And on the right side, we have Team Buksna, which is basically Team Firestarter. Might as well be called Team Firestarter, Razman, Firestarter, and Dirty D. And we are going to speed this on up to the 10x mark till all the units come out. And so all the teams getting ready, calling their spots. And we'll see how this game goes. Not a particularly long game, but should be a good one. Sort of late in the Reddit 3 vs 3 tournament dealio. See how it goes, and we're gonna go ahead and slow it on down. F-16 block going at lots of air power here, and way too much air power for that F-16. And lots of troops here moving on to the left side by Razman. It looks like Firestarter is doing a helicopter push into Foxtrot, and it doesn't look like there's going to be too much that's going to stop him here, although it definitely has been spotted. And on the right side here, lots of troops. And let's say anti-air power there a little bit too from Dirty D. Moving over to the right side there. Silidar and Cameron moving up in the center of the map here. Not too much moving over to the right side. Juliet, I guess he said, fuck Juliet. And just sent pretty much just an M35 with a CV troop over there. And just some troops moving over to Gulf as well to hold that for a while. And just going to put some troops inside the wood line. But it looks like the main meat of the battle here is going to be over the center. And why shouldn't it be, I suppose? M8 AGS, we have some crow tiles moving up and blasting away at the beginning push here of the helicopter push. But most of them have been dropped off a little early there. And now trying to move around here, a couple of Avengers, but not too much air power here from the Blue 4 team in the center. And Shiki firing away here. Jaegers now caught out in the open and getting blasted away here. Shiki and VABs, troops moving up, trying to get into the wood line here. But we have Milans here firing from the center of the town, trying to stop the APCs, but not going to be enough. Not enough firepower there coming quick enough. And over on the Gulf here, not too much happening. Trying to hold the center here. And neither side really bringing a CV to Gulf at the moment. Neither side has an advantage at the moment either. Entard flying overhead. And Falskenjaeger trying to push into the town line here. So the Red 4 team, Firestarter and Dirty D, have made it into the town line there. And now over here, again, not too much was sent into Juliet. Just said pretty much screw that and went past it to Echo. Chaparral and Leopards moving up, trying to get into Delta there, but looks like these are just going to be lost pretty quick here. And there goes that Chaparral. That was a pretty unnecessary loss there, pushing into that town line with just a couple of Leopards and a Chaparral. Not really sure what the deal was with that. And Shiki pushing back that Rover there. Tiger way up ahead, but gets taken out there by the Mistral from downtown all the way up above. Phantom flying overhead and drops. And Phantom's going to get away in time there. Stormer's trying to move across the open territory here. The Keeler is going to be blasted away on him though for now. Trying to make it in here. Jaegers all over the place. Falskenjaeger's now making it into the town line. And now skipping from this town into the main chunk, the main meat of the town here. Dropping off even more Jaegers. And now in Gulf, trying to hold out here. Looks like Blue 4 is going to be taking over Gulf for now. And it's going to get the precious edge of the wood line there. Hold off for a while. Echo still, nobody really bothering to fight over it all that much here, and neither side really putting any CVs in there just yet. Either want to get the advantage and want to be able to hold these territories first, then bring a CV. So didn't really want to waste any money on CVs early when they could be taking over the territory first. Black Panther firing away at the air power here, but doesn't look like it's going to get a hold of much. Jaegers have completely infested this town and have taken over the Blue 4 team here. And just Mistral's left here, and that's not going to last too long. Crotau here needs to be backed up and resupplied. No ammunition left, just one bar. Black Panzer now backing out, and Keeler firing away on the Jaegers. And looks like this town is now in Red 4 hands. Doesn't look like it's going to be taken back here anytime soon by the Blue 4. By EuroAsia, and +2 advantage now for our Red 4 team. Bearman here versus an AGS, and as soon as they fire on that AGS, going to get lost. The AGS has pretty much no armor. 3 armor, just an assault gun. And AGS trying to back out of the woods from that Leopard and firing away on the... and gets lost there by the Leopard. Cobra now firing away on the Leopard. Optical failure there. Pull that back for now. Not too effective. SK flying overhead. Takes out the Crotals and trying to eat back. One of them lost though. +2 advantage still for the Red 4 team. And Gewehrman going to be holding this town here. And Cobra blasted away though. And now just about out of cluster rockets in general. All the Hydras and the FARs all out. So not going to be too useful here. It does have those 40mm frags to still fire though. Delta Force now in the town. Unfortunately, Delta Force not that great. Should be a lot better than they are. The only thing they're really good for is contesting the same territory block. So they need to get into the same territory block as the Volkskomjägers, and they have that CQC, but a lot of units actually have the CQC, so it really isn't too unique, but that's what they're best at. So you really don't want to fight across the town like this. You want to get inside the same block and hope that you stop, as they do not have a CQC rifle here, so they would do better in that situation, the Delta Force against the Volkskomjägers, but still, could be a lot better than they are. And Red 4 team has pushed Blue 4 all the way back to Juliet, and now Juliet actually needs some reinforcements. And M1 Abrams pushing up here. But unfortunately, that's not going to be enough. And we have some Jaegers behind that. Golf has been taken by the Blue 4, so it's sort of like an opposite here. Red 4 has been pushed all the way down to here. Blue 4 is pushed up here. But the Red 4 has a much higher point advantage. +2, 116 to 0, so no points so far for the Blue 4 team. I think both of them are technically NATO teams, Blue 4 teams, but one's red and one's blue for now. Makes it so much easier for me. How do you guys get the point? Jaeger's going at it here. Jaeger versus Jaegers. Still holding strong here for the Red 4 team. Some Jaegers have been brought in quite a bit though. So we'll see how this goes. Now a +3 advantage for the red team. Apparently after taking Echo by the looks of it, has that +3 advantage. And Jaeger's still holding against the Jaegers pretty well here. So 16-1 over here versus 7, and we have 13 over here versus the Volkskomjägers. And doing pretty well so far, down to 2 men there. And holding strong here. CV looks like it's being brought into Foxtrot. They will capture that, so we'll bring down the red team's point advantage there. If they can just stop and capture that. Looks like he's going to be putting it in the wood line back here. And takes the +2 advantage away, so leaving only with a +1 and moving that again, giving them that +3 back as it is moving currently. The Fuchs, multiple Fuchs here, and Jaeger's moving at the CV there and finishes that out, so that did not last too long there. Phantom now moving overhead and drops the payload and gonna land fairly dead on here all over these Jaegers and right down the center of the town line there. Burning them up pretty good. Gonna back out most of these units here. And fire gonna force them around out of cover a little bit. And Juliet holding pretty strong here. M1A1 holding. And pretty much the only thing holding this is really the M1A1. And Red 4 hasn't really been pushing in too much now. LAV Scout has made it past the majority of the Red 4 there. Calling for help because of the LAV 25 Scout there. And Fennec 20 is coming and should be able to take it out here. And it is finished off now. Still a +2 advantage for the red team here. All the Blue 4 Jaegers have been pretty much defeated and now looking pretty bad once again for the Blue 4 team here in Foxtrot. And now trying to bring some units around, however, we have Jaegers right on the edge of the line here. And gonna hit the ABCs here and takes that out. And we'll see if any troops made it out of that. It doesn't look like it, so it took out all those. One shot, Jaegers taking big damage here from the Cobra. And looks like a CV was trying to bring in some troops there, but unfortunately couldn't really do it. There's too many already there. Jaegers firing away into the wood line here. Cobra blasting them with the 40mm frags. The Jaegers back up just a little bit there. And as soon as they are unstunned, could back right into that line and take out these A1Gs that are moving in, and one of them taken out there. Jaegers dropped off, trying to make it into the town strip here, but still not going to be really enough. We have 16 here, 19 should be able to take them out, but we could just easily move in lots more troops over there to the left in Gulf. Gewehrman is the only thing left here for the Blue 4 team. If a CV is brought up here, could capture that and could just bring it right in through there. F-16 wins the air battle there. Mirage flying overhead and drops all over the Jaegers again. And the whole town right now is burning pretty good here on the left side. 2 Jaegers versus 18 Jaegers. Julia has been pushed forward with U.S. Marines at M1A1 moving to the edge of the line now and going to take out all the various accoutrements up here. Various things. FSK, XAs moving up, and Abrams firing from downtown there all the way max range. And Red 4 is really infested this town now. Pretty much every town spot has troops in it now. And Gulf has been thoroughly taken over by the Red 4 team. And I'd still like to see a CV being brought in there. We have a Lynx with CV troops. If you just take a sharp right there into Gulf, give a +4 advantage for the red team. Because why not? But it looks like that Lynx is moving towards Foxtrot here. I'm just going to put it right in the town line, either here or here. And take that +2 advantage instead of the just +1 from Gulf. And Lynx now landing, and fortunately there isn't any AA in this area because that is one vulnerable Lynx right now. Stormers holding the line. Jaegers forming an entire line here with the Stormers against Jaegers. Just 1, 2, and 6 left there. 1 left now. CV now taking Foxtrot with a +5 advantage. 383 out of 500 to 0. Tornado flight overhead. dropping all over the town again. And lands on the Stormers. Does a little bit of damage there, but not really quite enough. Another drop there lands on some Jaegers. Takes out some of them as well. Unfortunately, no more blue 4 in the area there. +5 advantage for the red team. Taking this game down pretty quickly here. And looks like CV now moving in with some U.S. Marines. Abrams moved up a little bit too. And V-150 moving across the way. And Chaparral fires up the puff there. Misses. M1 Abrams versus the Jaegers here. Fennec 20 flying overhead. And could go after this M1 Abrams, but the Chaparral there in the back. Gonna stop that. And now 90% of the points, 456 out of 500 to 0. So it looks like it may be a complete shutout here for our blue 4 team. And Chaparral firing away at this Fennec and missing terribly. And there it goes, finally got it. And looks like that's just about it for our blue 4 team. Tons of Mirages flying overhead here. And a big drop all over the place here. And I think this is just for, I think that's just a Manor napalm right now. And totally scorched the entire area here in a big block. And both teams, technically blue 4. But our red 4, our red team won the game today. Team Firestarter, pretty much. That's Team Buksna. But, you know, pretty much Team Firestarter beats Team EuroAsia. Hope you guys enjoyed the replay. And I will see you guys next time.